Okay. Now today's topic here is outbound interface. Quickly we can close. It's easy topic. That's why we have given least priority to this in our syllabus. So the term interface means we are interfacing the data. Okay, it may be with any module or it may be with the other third-party software. So interface are two things here. One is data will go out from Oracle applications. That is called as an inbound. Okay. Inbound interfaces, whenever you get a data inside into Oracle application, that is an inbound. Outbound means the data will go out from Oracle applications to third party system it is. So usually we can use web services and all, but majority of the cases will go with a UTL file it is. It's an utility file it is. UTL means utility. There is no much abbreviation. There is no full form also, like UTL usually will call as an utility file. So in this, there are various sub procedures and functions are there. You can go to code here. You just describe this F4. These are all it's a very big package. In this, you can see. Okay. F means file it is. We are closing a file by using this. If you want to close multiple files, close all it is. And FOPEN. FOPEN means we'll open a file here, and where exactly you are opening a file. You can see the location also you only need to give. In this particular location, you are going to open a file. Okay. Again, I'm saying here, outbound means here, we need to extract the data in the form of a file. And later we'll send an email also by using SMTP protocol here. Somewhere you can see SMTP protocol, UTL file SMTP. If it is not there, we may need to use another one it is. So F remove means file remove. And to write data, we can use put. And if you want to rename a file, F rename. To make a copy, F copy. So all the relevant procedures and functions are there here. Okay. F means here function. P means procedure. So you must remember which is the procedure, which is the function here. Okay. So right now we are opening a file into a particular location with the file name. That file name also we only need to mention. And we have three modes here. Open mode. We'll have if you want to add something to the existing file, append mode. And if you want to read a file, we can use R. If you want to write something, then W. See, all the description also you can see somewhere here. Okay. Here itself, we have to read all this. In the initial phase, what it will do here. We have to read all this. Okay. F open means we are opening a file here. And as of version here, you can have maximum 50 files open simultaneously. Okay. And this is a limitation here to open a file. And as of 9.0.0, UTL file allows file system access for directories created as a database objects. And see the create directory command that I'll show you where exactly. So this directories commands, it will be available in all directories. In this all directories, there is UTL file directory. In this any .ora parameter or directory object name. Okay. My point here is there is a $v parameter. $v parameter. In this, where name like UTL. In this directory only you have to generate a file, not in your local machine. You have to generate into application server. See, this is an application server here. This is the path. You can generate into temporary path also. TMP means temporary. But usually wherever the folder name, that is an outbound, so that we have to use here. So take this particular directory and which is available into application server, not in database server. Okay, remember this. Now next is, and they have already mentioned another point here. The another point here is what it is. If you press F4 again, The directory must be in all directories. This is another table here. All directories. Take this. Not only $v parameter, it's an all directories. So here, what is the directory name they have mentioned here? Directory name is equivalent to, you can go here again verify, not an issue. The file name here is UTL file directory. Or you can touch manually also, not an issue. Okay, there are 36 rows only. Shift F2 to expand this. Okay, you can check here out file location it is. Okay, overall, yeah, you need to check here temporary directory, data file directory, correct? Are there any other directories are available which are relevant to us? I think this is the one, right? You read it properly, okay? So whenever you get a time, just expand it. You have to read here. See the create directory command. Okay. Directory object names are case sensitive and must match exactly the name string in all directories. Okay, the command name here is what it is, create directory. But anyway, I told you already, this is enough. Okay, here is there any create directory name? Just arrange in a sorting order. See, just check with the create directory. Not there, right? Here only data application data file. Yeah, this is the one actually. This you need to remember. You cannot generate files on your own location. Remember, guys. This is the one. Okay. There are two data exchange tables. One is $v parameter. Other one is all directories. In this all directories, directory name is apps data file directory. So in this, we are going to generate file. Either any one you can take. See here also. What is that? Same path only it is. Now, next is ETL file dot, what we are saying, F open, right? F means what it is, file. We are opening a file and it has some parameter. One is file path, file location, that is better, location. Another one is file name, and one more is mode, right? How many types of modes we have? Just check here itself. Just F4. You can use here F open. We are talking about this mode. Okay, and mode, these are all input parameters. See, IN means input. We have to give this input. File name also we only need to give. And maximum line size. So right now, default value is null here. We can make the parameters as null. Okay. If you don't pass anything also, it will not happen anything. The reason is we are providing a by parameter by as a default keyword. The value here is null it is. Clear? And if you want to give a maximum line size, you can give. If you don't give, it will take it as a null value. Okay. So how to make the procedure or function parameters as a default value is by using default keyword. This is an optional parameter we can say, but these three we cannot make as a default, remember. The reason is all are input arguments, all are input parameters. Okay. Now we are talking about modes. Just go, these are all the mode. We have read, write, and A means append, and these are all will not use RB here, read binary, write binary, that AB values here. Okay, So these three enough. R stands for read, write, append. Read means if you are loading the data from third party to Oracle applications, that is read mode. And write means we are freshly creating a file, that is write. And append means already file is there, we have to going to add something, that is a append. It is clear. And then maximum line size. So what is the maximum line size? This is a good question. You can see here maximum number of characters per line, including the new line for that particular file, is 32,767 is the maximum. It is. These are the valid range. You can give anything. So if you wanted 100 lines, 100 at that time, instead of 1, we can give 100 here. So 1 through 32,767, you can give anything. Even null also, because we are not passing anything here, null value. So are you okay with these three parameters? File name, open mode, and maximum line size, and file location. Overall 4 parameters, but fourth one we are not considering it because it's a null value. We are not passing. The next is it will have certain exceptions here. Usually there are 3 categories of exceptions in Oracle, right? One is standard exceptions, user defined, and other Fragma also. Fragma means this one, Fragma restrict references, Fragma serially reusable. Fragma is a compiler hint here. We can make a transaction as independent. Anyway, now we are talking about here exceptions. Invalid path it is. If we take another path which is not available in this particular directory, whatever the directory you are taking, right? Other than this directory, if you take any other directory, your system will take you into the exception. That is called as a invalid path. And invalid mode means we are only having 3 modes, right? Read, write, and append, correct? An invalid operation means file could not be opened as requested. If you don't give file permissions, if you take in other location, then it will call it as an invalid operation. And access denied. Access to the directory object is denied. That is okay. So there are other modes also, not only these exceptions, other modes also. Invalid file handle, and then I'll show you here. Exceptions are common for every outbound. Come down here. These are all I'm talking about. Invalid operation, you need to give in the sequence, an invalid path, invalid mode, and invalid file handle. If you give any other extensions, it will go to invalid file handle, and read error, internal error. Overall 6 exceptions are there. So they have given in this only few exceptions. Access denied is also there. That also you have to add it here. Okay, simply when UTL file at access denied, then so and so message it is. Overall, it is just 180 lines code. We'll go again. Okay. Now to register any procedure into application, we have 2 parameters here, right? One is error buff, other one is red code, and both are out parameters only. And these 2 are the parameters. If you want to restrict your code with the parameters, we can pass parameters also. And these are all 2 mandatory parameters. You come down here, we can restrict like this. These are all the parameters. PO number from PO number 2. If you want to indicate as a parameter, you can pass any P underscore number from like that also. So first step is what it is here. You need to take this query. Till here. After seeing this output, you tell me what is there in this. So by seeing this output, I'll ask you table. PO number, where can you see? Which table? Table column name. I'll ask only 2. Tell me. PO number. PO header sol. Column name? Perfect. Supplier name? Perfect. And site? AP supplier site sol. Point of contact? Okay. How about item? Items B. UAM? Line level. Yes. PO line PO line sol. Price, quantity, item. But description you can get it. See, I'll show you. PO form. Okay. Now you got an idea what is the use of P2P? And earlier you got it out what is the use of P2P, tables, columns, correct? This is the primary use. Data extraction, data loading. Your entire work is related to that only. Data loading, data extraction. Now we are extracting a data, not loading. Through conversions or inbound interfaces, we'll load it. Tell me which form I need to go? Purchase order. This one, PO number. I pressed F11 and control F11. Okay. PO number we have extracted. This is over. The next is supplier name, supplier site and contact, supplier site and contact. Okay. Next is item description. Item description where it is here. This one. This is located into a table that is PO line sol. It is not from MTL session B. From MTL session B, item you will get it. Item. Now next what else? Quantity, price, quantity, price, lines only, correct? And category, MTL category. Order quantity means purchase order quantity, billed quantity, cancelled quantity. These are all where you can see. Any idea? Shipments, right? This one I'm talking about. Table name for shipments. No, that is for receipts, right? But here, what is the table? In PO, how many tables are there? Tell me. What are they? Correct. One more. Yes, this is called as a line location status. Got it? PO line location. All other columns are PO line locations. Now requester, what is the table? Yes, for all people if it is. Where can you see requester here? Requester. Header level is buyer it seems. Correct. Go to line level. Requester, do you see here? Go to more tab. Distribution level. Requester. If it is a requisition, then you can see at header level. But here it is, we are at purchase order, correct? Requester, what is the table name? See, employee, buyer, requester, preparer, for everything single table. That is for all people, whatever you said. And location code, this one. And this one is accrual account. Accrual account, where can you see? This one I'm talking. Not charge account, remember. Accrual account, variance account, budget account. There are 4 types of accounts. So with this query, what we are doing? We are combining 4 tables, correct? And then we are extracting a data in the form of select statement. Now go to the table section. Check. So PO vendors, in place of PO vendors, what I am doing? AP suppliers I am doing. So PO vendors is little older tables. This modified one I'll give, okay? Complete PO, we are extracting it. Is that correct? F4? Yes. Why it is still showing view? Step 4. Yeah, same AP supplier contacts. Here you have to describe it. Okay. Now next, PO lines are this item table. Any idea what is the join between these two? MTLC start as BPO line solve. One more join. MTLC start as be having two primary keys, correct? One is inventory item ID, one more. Correct. Organization ID. Org ID is different again. Okay. And then for all people, if we have already added. And HR locations, this is for what it is. HR locations. Go to this one. Okay. Delivery location it is. GL code combination, this is for what it is. Yes, code combination descriptions. Now, do you have any queries in this? Query is ready, correct? The same queries I have already gave you assignments, correct earlier? Correct? Yeah. Any modifications? This is the query. Joins also you can easily tell, right? We'll be able to tell join between these two. Vendor ID, correct. Between these two, same only vendor ID, vendor site ID. Then after that, join between PO header solve, PO line solve. What is the join? PO header ID. And line solve and MTL set transfer just before you told. And category ID is the join. And line solve and line location solve, what is that? Line ID. Here line location ID. And per all people F person ID. And HR locations you are not aware, just check location ID. Okay. Then GL code combination. Yes. Now tell me to develop this query, how much time it will take? Time? How much time usually? You know, write everything then. Yes, that is the way you have to say. If someone asks you how much time it will take, like straight away you have to start typing like select from. First, you have to add here your headers all. Then suppliers. By seeing form itself, you should be in a position to develop a query. Okay, that's what I gave you 25 queries as an assignment. I'm talking about PO now. Now next is what it is? Supplier. Supplier table is what it is? AP suppliers. Sup where PHA dot vendor ID, then supplier dot vendor ID. And you need to first restrict with the one. Yeah, otherwise it will give you the lot of data. You will stuck. This way you have to, it is a starting point to develop a query. PO number. Now slowly you have to add. What next? Supplier site. Supplier site is AP. Supplier site site. When condition sub dot vendor ID is equivalent to site dot vendor ID. What next here? Line level. Line level, what you have to do? You need to add contacts is there here. AP supplier contacts. Then join condition site dot vendor site ID, right? Site code contact dot vendor contact ID. Contact ID or just check is there any site related. Site ID. You have to make sure here whether it's correct or not. Let's go. contact ID, site ID. Okay, we are combining with the PO table only. Okay, not with the site table here. VS means vendor side, VC means vendor contact. So we are directly combining with the PHA only, not with the hierarchy or however we followed. So the site and contacts we are not giving. So that is wrong. Okay. So what you can do? These two are wrong. What you need to do? And PHA dot right vendor site ID or vendor ID. Vendor site ID is equivalent to site dot correct. And one more PHA dot right contact dot vendor contact. Now what next? Line level, right? Line level, what you can do? Add one more table, that is PO lines all PLA. Now join condition, you will have to tell me. Join between PO headers or right PO header ID. So queries are really helpful, right? Whatever you did earlier. So speed is also required. Speed typing, that's what I advised you. Typing is required. Otherwise, you'll not be able to finish in 10 minutes. Now, what else we need to add? Item related stuff. Item related, what you have to do? One more table, that is MPL system items B. System items B. MSI. Rank condition. No, headers not required because item is line level, right? So line level we have to add, that is PLA dot item ID. It is not inventory item ID. Item ID. Inventory item ID. This is the way you need to prepare query. So definitely you can finish in 10 minutes. That is a valid answer only, but speed is required. Each query you have to practice minimum 5 times minimum. Then only will get a speed, and you can remember also. So by seeing form itself, you should be in a position to answer. Yeah, this is PO headers all. This is AP supplier side. This is AP supplier contracts. This PO lines like that. That much practice is required. So you are a technical consultant. That is the only your main work. Okay, simply creating item, no. Creating purchase order, that is not your duty. Clear, I'm happy. So first step is what it is. First step is prepare query. What you are going to extract it, that is your good. Now second step is this query we have to keep into a cursor. So what is cursor? First of all, definition of cursor I wanted to hear from you. What is cursor? Okay, cursor, how to declare a cursor? Follow well. Cursor, yeah, then yeah, you need to go through again, guys. Online, anyone can answer. How to declare a cursor? Don't search in internet. How to declare a cursor? How to open a cursor? How to close a cursor? At least one sentence you have to remember, guys. Okay, I'll show you. Okay, how to declare a cursor, I'll show you. It's very simple. This is how you can declare. Cursor, cursor name is, then selection. Very simple, right? You need to practice, then only you can recall. So till here, only select statement, correct? This is the first portion. I'm explaining you code as of now. I told you two in output parameters, two input parameters. Then after that, cursor declaration. Now again, what is cursor? Cursor is a variable. See, this is a variable. This is your own variable. And what it will hold? It hold the select statement output temporarily. The whole select statement, if it gives 1000 records, all 1000 records will be available in this variable. Okay. Now come down. After that, you need to open a directory. You are opening a file. F means here file. Where exactly you are opening? You are opening into one directory. So this is wrong actually. This is local machine path. Remove this. So, or else keep it. First of all, what type of the error you will get? Okay. So we have given a wrong path. It is actually it is a wrong path. Now file name. File name is what it is. Local file name. So we are concatenating this file because in the inbound directory there will be hundreds of files. How can you come to know this is your file? So we are attaching the parameters to this particular text. This is a pipe symbol here. Concatenation. Okay. And we are deriving into a local file name. Dual means what it is? It's a dummy table. In the dummy table will give you the name of the file dynamically to this particular file name. And W means what it is? Write mode. We are writing a data. We are entering a data into a file. See, what is the purpose of this FOPEN is? We are opening one file name into one so and so directory in the write mode. 3 modes. So there is one more parameter is there. Do you know that? What is the parameter? Line size. That is an optional. Okay. Now go down. This is we are allocating a variable. See, this is our own variable, xid. So what type of the variable it is? Xid. It is a UTL file dot file type. So we are declaring a file. It is. How we can declare here? See, we are declaring number, data type, varchar data type, date data type. But this variable is what type of the data type it is? It is UTL file variable. It is. Now, and this is header. L line, it is also another variable. If we go up L line, it's a varchar. 32,767 is a limitation of that characters, size of that particular variable. And here PO number is the first column, second column is supplier name. Delimiter is what it is. Delimiter. If you go up little, delimiter, it's a pipe symbol. Okay, first column pipe symbol, second column pipe symbol, like that it is. That's called as a delimit. See, straight away I can keep a pipe symbol here, but there are so many pipes here. Like then again pipe. It looks confusing, correct? Confusing, correct. For that only, we took one variable and this particular whatever I highlighted portion assigned to a variable. That variable is what it is, delimiter. Just to avoid confusion only. Otherwise, you can keep no. If you are comfortable with that, you can keep. So all our looks, it's confusing. Okay. Remove. Now actual, we are putting writing a data now by using UTL file dot put line. So UTL file dot put line. Put line, the purpose of is what it is, we can write the data. Okay. Whatever you have seen just before, that is to open a file only. After opening a file, what we need to do? We need to enter a data, right? How to enter a data? By using put line. Put line is to write a data. Now for loop syntax, you know, right, already. For variable in, this is what it is, cursor name, then after that loop. So purpose of for loop, everyone aware, I know it to explain. And how many number of records you generated is by using a count variable we can do. This L count is what it is, it's a variable again. Go up little, L count here. Initially your L count will be, we are initializing to 0. By default it will be 0. So are you okay with this, all this variable? Any confusion? Above begin section, you can see the declarative section variables. This is UTL file type, and this is a counter, and this is a delimiter, this is a file name, and these two I think we have not used it since. Let me see. If it is not used, we can remove it. Come down. This is the actual data. And this one is just a title. Title means column title. And after writing it, we have to close the file. Now next is how many number of records we retrieved. That we have to display here. Number of records transferred to the data file. Count, we kept a variable, right? That we have to display. The next one is the number of parameters. And file name you create in the outbound directory. And who has submitted this user, this file. How to get a arg ID or how to get a user ID, resp ID, we have seen in one place. Do you remember that? In API, like price list conversion API, we have seen, right? FND profile dot value username. If I am submitting, it will pick up my username. If you are submitting, it will pick up your username dynamically. So how it is happening is by using profile. And in the same way, responsible name. And on which date it is submitted, sys date. These are all the exceptions I already told you. In the sequence we have to follow. And finally, when others than. Okay. So hardly just 180 lines code. Again, we'll come back. So I'm explaining this code. Okay. First is, so there are two parameters for every Oracle procedure. If you want to register into application, error buff and red code. And these two are to filter. There are 13,000 POs are there here. I don't want to run all the 13,000. That's why I'm just putting a input parameters. You can pass a number, like they will give you like buyer wise POs, requester wise POs, supplier wise POs. If they ask you supplier wise POs, supplier number from supplier number to also you have to pass. Parameters you can increase anyone. Okay. Now next is what it is. Cursor. Syntax again. Cursor. Cursor name is select statement. Okay. You practice at least implicit, explicit referenced. Okay. Now next. This is to give you the file name dynamically. Now util file.fopen has three parameters. One is file directory we gave wrongly. Actually, the directory must be this one. This directory you have to keep. So we kept wantedly wrong directory. So you should come to know how it will give the error. Okay. And this is the title of every column. The second one is all the actual data. And util file.fclose, put line. And these are all history is required. History is means how many number of records transferred, who has submitted, what is the file name, and what is the responsibility name, when it got submitted. These are all we have to give. Otherwise, there are thousands of files. Who will remember all those? And these are all the exceptions. Exceptions, one is related to operation, other one is related to path, mode, file handle, and reader internal error. There is access denied also, that will add it, because I think recently they have added, it seems. You know this SQL ARM SQL code? Dynamically it will give error message, unknown error message, and along with the code it is. Is it available in the server? Not there. You can compile it. These are all underscores and all we should not keep actually. Okay. And this is a Canon is a project, client name it is. Okay, Canon. Now, forget about this date. Okay, Oracle applications is introduced in 1987. So we are using the older version only. So there is no, don't feel that this is old code. No, columns, tables not changed. Okay. So whatever the, if you wanted to extract the PO information in any other project, same code as it is, you can extract, except these columns. In some project, they don't want to see cancelled quantity. At that time, we'll remove it. Alterations will be there. Okay. F5. The procedure is created here. Okay. Now, concurrent program registration steps, you know, right, already? How you restart report, how you restart control file, you have to tell me the steps. First step is what it is. The next is you have to use here execution method. What you have to take? Right, PLSQL stored procedure. Now save. Next, yeah, dot is not required because it is a procedure only, not a package. Okay. One second. Yes, Praveen. Yeah, Praveen. I think he already started, right? No, 10 o'clock. Sorry, guys. And one important point you need to remember here is, see, here application name is there, right? If you give payables, what will happen? Or if you give order management, what will happen here? Will it work? And what is the significance of application mentioned here? And what is the significance of application mentioned in the executable name? So that you need to search. In the executable name, whatever you mentioned, application name in the executable, that is used to search in the application directory here. This particular directory, your system has to check the file, but the significance of the application mentioned in the concurrent program is in which directory you wanted to generate the out file and log file. So we have two types of files right here. There are two types of files, correct? Out file and one more is log file. So you can give different application also, nothing will happen. But you have to search in other application for the outputs, logs and all. It may be a same or it may be different, but usually we'll maintain a same only. Okay. It's a good question they will ask. Any confusion? Shall I repeat again? The application name mentioned in the concurrent program is to identify the out file and log file. Okay. And the application name mentioned in the executable is for what it is. That is to search a file into application directory. It may be you can just go here. Aura is Oracle, Vision, and then EBS application. Where exactly you wanted to search? If you mention here receivables, okay, your system will go and search into AR module. Correct. AR module, it will go and check into It may, if it is a report or if it is a form, it will go and search over here. That is the purpose of the application name mentioned into executable. So both are different purposes. Okay. And what about this concurrent program? Purpose of concurrent program application name to identify the out file and log file. So where exactly you can see, in which table you can see out file, log file directories is, there is a you can see somewhere here out file, log file. There are two parameters. Yeah, this one. This is a log file and this is the output file. Clear? Oops. God. Definitely will face the question. 1 second, guys. I kept on mute. Purchasing vision operations, request group is what it is, all reports. It's there, right? Did we saved concurrent program? We added in payables. Correct. It's already there. The problem is here, you see, the default value 1000 is invalid for the so and so number. Your default value will be ignored. That's fine. Now I'm selecting another value. It is not having a values. Whatever the value set we selected is wrong. We may need to select another value set or create a value set. How to create a value set? Any idea? If not, I'll tell you now. Application developer, application, validation, set. So what type of the value set it is? It's a table value set. Like this. And maximum size is 60 or 30, anything. Your PO number is stored into which table? That is PO address all. Column name, PO number is always stored into segment 1. Format type must be compatible with the table type. Okay. It's varchar. Which application it is? Allow parent values to avoid a duplicates. You wanted to see once? I'll show you. I'm unchecking now. This record is already exists. Okay, I'll give another number, another name. Go to your concurrent program again. So whatever the value set is wrong. For this also we can give the same, save. Okay. Go to purchasing now. Sorry. Yeah, now it's working. Okay. The value set which we selected were wrong. Now PO number from PO number 2. Will it happen anything? Nothing will happen because it will take based on the position, not on a name. Whatever the procedure we took here, it will take on the position, first position, second position. It will follow the order. Okay. View log. Check what is giving. It is giving here. This is an exception. Now, which path we have to mention is the path must be available into all directories or else v dollar parameter. Okay. So with which path we have to take here? Not the temporary and all. Okay. Take, copy, go to this particular directory. This one. This is a wrong path. You try like giving mode ABCD here, another modes. Put slash also. F5. I'm just overwriting again. Procedure is created. What is the command here is F5 to compile it. And did you notice we have not moved procedure into any one of the directory like report. Report we moved to reports folder, and SQL we moved to SQL folder. Control file we moved to bin folder, but procedure we have not moved, not required. Remember that. Procedure package and all we no need to move. Directly it will hit database. View log. Invalid path again. Or shall we take the path available in all directories? Both are same or what? Just check. Any variation? 12.10 apps, we'll check. Just for testing, I'm checking, guys. Observe. Oracle VAS 12.10 apps outbound VAS apps. Is that the slash creating a problem? F5. Rerun it. Okay, that problem is I kept additional slash here, so it is not identified. Now check view output. It is not giving. View log, something went wrong. Invalid number. Some data issue. We'll just change the parameter combination. We'll run for only 1000 and 1000. 1070. Okay, just like that. Still invalid number. Something went wrong. We'll try for same number. Okay, something went wrong. Okay, the problem is here. We have modified right earlier this. So we changed in the practice. Okay. For backward compatibility, still this used, but we have to use the R12 tables only. It is giving some unknown number. Is that because of For one value also it is not working. Are there any other views you have to check here? Can we try parameters? Because we made experiment, right? It's not giving any clue actually. Okay, what I'll do, I'll restrict it to one particular number in the where condition and we'll see. If it doesn't work, then definitely I need to check. 6899, is it? Okay. So it's generated. So somewhere some data mismatches while retrieving this entire output is giving some issue. Now check the file into the particular directory, and this is a history. See, the program completed successfully for so and so, and the number of records transferred to the data file is 0, and the file is submitted. This is the file name, and this is a submitted user, submitted responsibility, and submission date. This is called as an history. So this history, how we printed here in the output here is by using fnd file dot put line and fnd file dot output. It is this one. UTL file is different. FND file is different. Okay. FND file is for only this particular printing output and printing log. And how about UTL file? UTL file is physically it will generate a file. Now what you need to do, you need to go to this particular directory, whatever the directory which you mentioned, this directory you have to go. Oracle database directory, VAS apps. Till here you need to copy and go to your WinSCP, Control O, and here is the place. Your files are generated. So just click on this empty file because it has not generated any data. Only titles it has given. So something went wrong, guys. Many people are generated here. It's not generating output. We need to check. Other people also worked here. Anyway, file is generated. Yeah, here it is there, right? Like this, it will generate. So in that particular PO, data is not there. Range, yes. Range is here, see, 2000 and 5000 POs. PO number 2000, PO number 5000. In between, the data is there. So the problem is here, data is not there for the duration which you passed. So what I'll do, I'll comment this line. We hard coded, right? Somewhere. This we hard coded, correct? We'll comment this line. F5, and the range will pass in a different way. Instead of 1000, we are passing 2000 and 5000. View log. So this is the problem here. Okay, I'll do the modified code. Maybe problem with the code, it seems. Anyway, the concept is what it is. You need to generate a file into application directory. How are you generating the file is by using utl file dot FOPEN. This is the one. utl file dot FOPEN. And one more utl file dot put line. Come down. utl file dot put line. And to close a file after generating, that is utl file dot fclose. If you want to remove this file from this particular directory, remove. F means file. So outbound interface is easy like this. You can generate text files, you can generate XLS also, not zip and all. Zip format we cannot generate. All date format, DAT, DAT, TXT, and other one is XLS, CSV. These are all the data supported formats it will generate. Outbound, actually, it is only one line. Outbound means what it is? Data will go out from Oracle apps, third party or other module, whatever. Explanation wise, it is easy, but we took more than 1 hour. Correct? Any doubts, guys? I'll give some assignments so that you will get good practice. Online guys, do you have any questions? Sridhar? Minchana, do you have doubts? Manisha? So I'm closing the session. If you don't have any questions, I'm okay.